Okay, friends, so this is the last step in our art project, our Fauvist self-portraits. So what you need to do is we're going to use the chalk pastels. Now you are going to color in the face with the chalk pastels. You can do it one of two ways. You can either do like the polka dot, the kind, not quite polka dots, but like splotches of different colors, or you can do it in stripes. It is your choice which way you want to do your face. Splotches, stripes. You are going to be using chalk pastels. They will give off dust, but that's okay. We're going to actually leave the dust on our page. I'm just going to grab some. Okay, so these are the chalk pastels. So what you do when you're coloring with chalk, the nice thing about this is we're going to actually do something to the chalk to turn it into kind of paint, but that's after we color it. So when you color in on your page, it is okay if there is a little bit of white spaces. Okay, see how it's not perfectly covered in? There's a bit of white, not a lot, but there is a bit. That is okay, and I will show you why in a minute. So you get to choose the colors. The chalk will give off dust. You will live. Don't brush the dust off like this, because then it just leaves smears on the rest of your artwork. So as you color with it, like if I was coloring right down here, okay, it left some dust. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to like try to shake it off my paper. I just leave it there. Cool, cool? Got it? Awesome. So now what we're going to do, this is the cool part about this art project. One of the cool parts. We are going to turn this chalk into paint using our fingers and a little cup. This is liquid starch. It will not hurt you. It's literally just corn powder and or cornstarch and water, but what you get to do is when we put it on here, it will turn the chalk into a paint. So I'm going to use my finger. You're going to need your liquid starch. You need a paper towel, okay? Because you're going to be kind of going back and forth in between. Try your best not to touch around the outside where you've already finished. So I dip in, I get some on my finger. Then I go and I start rubbing it into where I have the chalk. And lo and behold, it makes it into paint. Okay, so before I get more of this, I'm just going to wipe my finger off on my paper towel, get a little bit more. You might get a little bit coming off in your little dip cup. That's okay. You don't want to get tons. That's why you want to wipe it off here, but it's okay if there's a little bit of color in there. Okay, so whenever you stop being able to move it around, stops feeling wet, dab it off, get some more. Okay, and then stay your best in between the lines. Now, it's really important that you don't just go like smear on either of them. You don't just start smearing all the colors together, because then it'll turn into brown. So when I'm done with the red, and if I was doing like the splotchy one, what I would do is I would get some and I do this red here, and I turn it into paint. Okay. And then I'd wipe off. See, I don't really want to go into the blue because it'll start to mix together. Wipe it off, and then I'd go and do the next spot of red and turn that into paint. Okay. Just going to finish on this one. So make sure you are wiping your fingers, especially if you're switching to a new color. Try to wipe it off really well. Okay. I'm going to get some more. Now I'm going to do the orange. And you can, dabbing it off each time, kind of mix them together at the edges if you're kind of doing the rainbow one. If you're doing the splotchy one, probably don't mix them together, but if you decide to do like a rainbow pattern, you can. Okay, and it just turns into paint with my fingers. Pretty cool, hey? So that is our last step. When you are done is to get liquid starch. You need paper towel. Do one color at a time. If you did like the kind of blocks of color, you would do like the orange, then the orange, then the orange. Then you would clean your finger really well. Then you would do the next color, all right? Got it, friends? So that is all that is left to your art project. I can't wait to see how they finish out. Bye.